Welcome to this episode of MagTactical. We're going to be talking about MilSig magazines and how they may or may not be wrecking your life, and I'm going to tell you why. First thing, the first concept I need to explain to you guys is shingling. Yep, just like your roofing tiles. Water runs down and falls off of one onto the next and onto the next and onto the next. If it is shingled backwards, water is going to fall off the first shingle and get trapped because it can't go up and over a ledge. No, it's supposed to be like this and not like this. Well, your magazine functions the exact same way because it's a two-piece. The magazine body needs to sit higher up than the head. So obviously when you put these guys together in the correct orientation, there is a lip right here. They seem to have nailed it down with the G-Mag, where when the projectile comes through, it falls off of the magazine body into the head and then into your marker. You got to check your followers and make sure that there's no lips here or nicks or burrs or scratches or anything like that that can possibly get held up at that transition. The MilSig round ball magazine has a huge transition, a lip, going the exact opposite direction it should be. Okay? I'm going to turn my flashlight on and blind the hell out of you so you can see it. Okay, there is a lip. As the ball is traveling upwards through here, it bumps into this lip and then has to find its way into the hole. It doesn't just fall in. It bumps into the lip and then finds its way in. Well, if the ball has to find its way in, your follower also has to find its way in. I know it doesn't really seem like that big of a deal, but again, if you've got a nip or a burr like this one has, it can get caught and it can cause an interruption in feeding. So what? Not a big deal in semi-auto. Well, you're absolutely right. But if you're firing auto, it is a huge deal because that momentary interruption can lead to a chop on your second last round. The MilSig First Strike magazine, it doesn't really have that much of a backwards transition, but it does have a backwards transition. Listen, you can hear it. Okay, you guys hear that? I'm going to put the follower in. That is the follower catching on that transition. So it's got to come up and then find its way into the head. Terrible! Actually, if it's all you got, it's not that bad. You can actually work on these. Now, the hybrid magazine available from Valken at a 10% discount if you use code MagTactical. Just putting that out there. This guy is more than meets the eye. There's a trick, and I'm going to show you exactly what it is. You're going to wind your magazine all the way up. Then you're going to stick your pinky finger in there. And you're going to feel that transition. And you're going to feel that it is perfect. It is bang on. Regardless of how much you manipulate the head and move it around, it is perfectly flat, perfectly smooth transition from mag body to mag head. That's not actually the trick. Oh, I buggered it up. Hold on. Hold your bar back, out of the way, all the way. Hit the winder release. Follower pops out of the top for easy cleaning. Now, you'll see back here there's a sand spot. I'll explain that to you. On the batch of magazines I ordered, the person that was putting these magazines together, on the 12 that I pulled the follower off of the tray of plastic follower heads, which is, I'm assuming, how they come from the manufacturer or whatnot, that there was a little nip on here, the attachment point where this plastic follower had attached to the tray. And that little bit right there was catching on the seamless transition. And what that was causing was a chop on my second last round. Whether it was rapid fire semi-automatic or full auto, I would chop on this second last round, because the balls would feed perfect all the way through up until the follower got to the transition where it goes from magazine to head, which is right around here somewhere, and the back that little plastic bit that was sticking out would catch. Simple fix. You just did that trick I showed you. You sand it first with 400 grit sandpaper. If you don't know what that is, I won't get angry at you. If this is 400 grit sandpaper, it'll say P400 on the back. You pick it up just about anywhere. And then when you're done sanding it with that, you sand it with 2000 grit. It'll say 2000 on the back. Make sure that you do it upside down when you're sanding it. That way that no plastic dust falls into your magazine. I mean, you can take it apart, clean it, no big deal. Now I want to show you that transition I was talking about on the Valken mags. This is why they're the best magazine you can buy for your MilSig. They're new, they're not cracked, they're not going to break apart on you. That transition, okay, you look right square on here. You can see that they've removed around the lip an excessive amount of material. Now that is to account for the thickness of the flange of the head, so that when I put the head on the magazine, that's seamless, baby. It just doesn't get any better than that. It is perfect. Perfect all the way through. As a matter of fact, we're going to clack a follower through there. Yeah, you see? It is so shingled correctly that on the forward stroke, it makes no noise, but it grabs on the backstroke. See? That's exactly what you want. It doesn't matter if it grabs coming in. Okay, that's not going to give you an issue. If it grabs going forwards, well then you got a problem. And like I said, I had a problem, but I don't anymore. And it cost me about 20 cents worth of sandpaper to fix. So that is going to help you fire round balls out of your M17 or your Paradigm Pro or other square head accepting MilSig. I hope this information has helped you guys. Don't forget, you can support my channel by ordering parts for your M17 from Valken using code MagTactical. I personally don't care where you buy your stuff from. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Perks of being a subscriber of mine. I love you guys regardless of where you get your stuff. Thank you for watching this episode of MagTactical. I'll see you again next time.